Hi everyone, welcome back to the freestyle design tutorials. Carrying on where we left off from the last one, I'm going to carry on with the design of this page to illustrate aligning images and spacing images on the page. Selecting the image that we had previously put on when we were discussing the bleed area and the crease line. What I'm going to do with this, you can see if I just click off it that there's nothing bordering that, which is the default. It wouldn't have one by default when you put it on there, but because I want these images to jump off the page, I'm going to put a little border around them. It's set to black at 1 pixel. There you go, and you can see that that now pops off the background. I'm going to do the same with this one. Right, that's great. Now the easiest way to get images that are the same height or the same size is to replicate what you've already got there. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. If I right click over this image, copy it, right click paste, just move it rough and right click paste again. There we go. So we've got 3 image boxes that are exactly the same size. Obviously they've all got the same picture in, which will be denoted here. You can see how this has got a 3 on it now, so it's telling you you've used it 3 times, which is not what we want to do, obviously. I'm just going to change these images, just select the second one there, just drag in the black and white, I'll just alter that crop ever so slightly, okay, and then I'm going to pick another colour one, so it goes colour, black and white, colour, there we go, that one will work quite nicely. There we go, that's great. We've got our images on the page, now we want to sort of neaten this up. So the way to do that is we're going to align them to the top edge of this one. So if I just click that and just move it into position, get it where I want it to be. Now to align to this top edge, all the other images need to be below that. So if they weren't, say that one was up there, just move it down. So selecting that one on the right, hold the shift key down and select the second one and our original one there. Now because the original one's the highest, when we align it, it will align to the highest one up because we're aligning to the top edge. So whilst I've got all 3 selected, right click the mouse, go to align and align top. There you go. So as soon as that does that, I'm going to click off these just to illustrate it. You can see that they're all perfectly lined up. Now obviously we've got an issue with spacing now. We've got these 2 overlapping, there's a small gap between here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this end one off the page ever so slightly, just so it nips off. I'm going to move it back down, right, just realign them all again. So open line space, top, right. So that's the positioning I want, and I need to organise this gap here. Now what I could do is I could select all 3 again by holding the shift key and go right click, align space, and then it's space items here at the bottom, and that gives us the choice to space them horizontal or vertically. We're obviously working horizontally here, so I check the horizontal box. For this, in the first instance, I'm just going to change this to 0. So if you do that and you say OK, it basically will bring all the images together so that they are right up against each other, no gaps whatsoever. I'm just going to undo that because that's not what I want. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just drag this one so it overlaps our original image that we put on earlier on. Again, selecting all 3, right click, align in space, space items. I'm just going to change this to 0.35 inches and say OK. Right, there we go. And whilst they're all selected, I'm just going to move them so that that just goes off the page. Now you can see there now that this distance is the same between all of those. And just as a double check, I always just, because we've been messing with those, I always just check the alignment, align top. I don't think they move them, but it's worth just double checking it. And just drop that down. There we go. So we've got a nice even space there, there, across the top and there. And that works quite nicely. And that is it. That's how you align and space your items. In the next tutorial, we're going to cover moving images backwards and forwards on the page, so you can govern what overlaps what. In the meantime, if you need any more information, go to the website www.ashtonphotographics.co.uk.